With the rise of the Russian grapplers in the UFC and DC and Cejudo retiring, there was a noticeable void for elite level wrestlers coming out of the United States. The answer comes in the form of Bo Nickal, everyone's favourite prospect. But is he worth the hype, or is he just filling a space? Let's see. Starting from wrestling, his resume is stacked, being a 3-time NCAA champion and a 3-time Big Ten Conference champion, finishing his career with a whopping 135 wins and only 5 losses, and getting the Shoals Award twice for the nation's best pinner. If that wasn't enough, he was a finalist for the Olympic trials in 2020. I mean, the guy's done it all and he's only 26. But now he's in the realm of MMA, and let's see how well it translates. In his first pro fight, we see Bo take full advantage of the wrestling threat by coming over the top with an overhand and a crisp combination to end it all. We saw even more good looks from Bo in his second fight, because in the words of the famed jiu-jitsu coach John Danaher, wrestling ability only helps you finish the takedown. The art of getting the takedown initially and getting the fight from striking to wrestling, or formerly known as shootboxing, shows whether a fighter will be able to get the entries that he needs. Bo showed that after he steps back out when his opponent's pushed out and he blasts the double leg, and it's a thing of beauty. And to then use a headlock from wrestling to transition into a submission opportunity shows this guy's range and willingness to mix it all up. I mean, the fact that he had a grappling match with Gordon Ryan of all people just shows you how serious this guy is about learning and mixing his style of fighting. And if that isn't enough, in his third fight we see a beautiful display of fight IQ when he feints the level change and sees his opponent push his legs back and bring his lead hand forward. He does it again to confirm it's still there, and then he dips his head to the right, throws the overhand left and taps the knee all at the same time. If this guy doesn't excite you, I don't know what will. The worst thing is, he doesn't even seem to be happy about these wins, like they're just something he needs to do before getting a real challenge. And I'm sure that's what all the naysayers will harp on, that he hasn't fought anyone of note. So let's take a look at what Bo has to say about middleweight.
I wouldn't say any of the guys in the middleweight have 10% of what I have.
And he's not wrong. With Derek Brunson on his way out, there's no one with a real grappling and wrestling threat aside from Chimaev, who flip-flops between both divisions. In fact, welterweight's a much harder division for Bo to dominate than middleweight. But I'm not counting out the top guys, with Izzy and Bobby Knuckles being killers in their own right, and Pereira's shadow looming over the division. It's not all smooth sailing. But I believe that Bo Nickal is poised to run through this division as long as he takes his time. That's why the Chimaev callouts do scare me.
I have a lot of respect for his skills, but I also know what I'm about, so...
But the UFC know what they're doing by giving him Jamie Pickett next. And he's expressed how he doesn't want to skip steps, so maybe this is just hype building for the potential matchup in the future.
One of the best of all time, and being pound for pound #1 fighter in the world are what I'm really focused on.
One thing's for sure, that fight between Bo and Chimaev determines the future of middleweight. But more than that, with Pereira in the fold as well, it seems the ground's opening up beneath Izzy's feet. It'll be interesting to see how he deals with it. But all things considered, Bo Nickal definitely has the ability to get the strap. But if he wins the Chimaev fight, I would go as far as to say that he'll be the future middleweight champion.